Hi, I'm Sydney Fowler. It's 2011. I'm 18 years old and I've been competing in AXO for the past 3 years. If you're watching this video, you will be seeing a short piece that I'm going to perform to give you a sample of some of the things that happen at AXO. Again, I say it's very short. There are 26 different categories and this would just be acting, so you probably have already seen the list of categories, I imagine, and you know what AXO stands for. Academic, culturological, technological, scientific, Olympics. You know, it's that Olympics for everybody who doesn't do a sport. You know, we're talented in other ways and we need to promote that. AXO is one of the best kept secrets of the NAACP, and if you are in the 9th to 12th grade, I hope you consider finding your branch of the NAACP and going out for AXO and competing. There are 2 levels of competition, the local and the national. You have to receive a gold medal locally to compete nationally. And let me tell you this right now, even if you compete and you don't get a gold medal, if you get the opportunity to just go to competition, to experience it, it will be worth it. I've been 3 years now. Sadly, I didn't place any of the times, but I'm taking something more than just the expectation of a gold medal. I'm taking the experience and the friends that I've made and the networking I've done, and I'm gonna get better anyway. I'll be performing the character of Beth Finnegan from Jerry Finnegan's Sister by Jack Neary. Hey Brian, what you reading? You wanna know what I'm reading in school? It's a book called Meet Your Body by Sister Mildred Annunziata, OFM. It's a science book. It tells you about every single solitary inch of your body and what you're supposed to do with each part and when. It starts with the feet and works its way up. Jerry says that's because it's written by a nun, so it figures that she'd take the long way to get to all the good parts. You want to know how my book turns out? Brian, I'll call you when we get to the neck. I hope you enjoyed that. If you use acting as one of your 3 categories that you compete in for AXO, it will have to be longer than that. I know for a fact it has to be between 3 and 5 minutes, but you would talk to a chairperson for AXO and they would give you the requirements for any category you were interested in. That was just a very condensed version of a monologue I have. In the past years, I competed in poetry and dramatics, all 3 years, but this past year I competed also in oratory. I received a gold my first year in poetry and went to compete in New York City, where we got to parade before the award ceremony and we stopped New York traffic. I'm telling you, you make history just going to these competitions. The second year we went to Kansas City, Missouri, and I got my gold medal in dramatics. See, I'm not bad at acting. The first day I got there, President Obama stopped me from going into my hotel, so you know, you make what you will of that. I got to listen to Michelle Obama give a speech, and Blair Underwood presented some awards that year, and I got Lou Gossett Jr.'s autograph at a restaurant called the Peach Tree. Okay, that is going like into the time capsule for my posterity. You just cannot imagine. Okay, this past year I got a gold medal in poetry, dramatics, and oratory. It's a big deal. Every time somebody at nationals asked me what I competed in and I told them all 3, they just kind of got this look on their face like, ooh, like you're a triple threat. Like, they just knew well, first of all, they know just because you're there competing that you're talented, but it also kind of shows courage that, you know, you didn't just pick one thing to focus on, but that you're a widespread artist, which a lot of the people at AXO are. They're widespread artists who are just competing in this one area. I met somebody who competed in painting, but he's a dancer and he draws. Very artistic, you know, and there are a lot of people that if you go to competition, you'll ask them what they compete in and they'll tell you, and you just have to know in the back of your mind that if you ask, they'll probably tell you the other things in art that they do. Because there are things I didn't even know could happen in art that these people do. There's a form of art where you take a black piece of scratch board and you just kind of chip away the covering on it to show the white underneath. And so it's a black background and you pick off enough pieces so that it's either gray looking or white, and you make a picture using that. And I met somebody this year who did that, and she made a snake. Do you know how much detail it takes to make a snake to show that skin? It was amazing, because the amount of time I could tell she put into this, and how much pain she talked about her hand had for days after she finished. But she did it not just so that she could put it into AXO, but because she's an artist. And that's the kind of thing that happens. You meet all these people who kind of have this history of doing things that they love for so long that they find a way that they can use it in AXO. You know, and I keep talking about the arts, but again, this is science too, and entrepreneurship and business. My first year, I went to competition with a girl named Kristen who got a gold medal in biochemistry. I know absolutely nothing about biochemistry right now, but if you would have just heard her speak, you would have been flabbergasted by the amount of talent pouring out of her and the intellect that she just kind of held. You know, it's like she sat this certain way, she had this poise to her. She was talented, but she didn't dance or play an instrument. I'm pretty sure she could have if she just put the effort into it. But that was her thing. And sometimes I think people forget the different talents that people can have, especially for African Americans, because of all the media that we get for either negative things or sports and all the achievements we make in sports. But our arts and our sciences and our business is a talent that few people give so much attention to, and AXO is the way for that to happen. It's one of the best kept secrets of the NAACP, but I encourage you to share. Tell everybody, tell the world.